Hey guys, we are back like we never left. Now we're talking about adverbs and what they modify. I give an example like Mary ate very fast. Now the verb in this sentence is the word eating, and it's given in its past tense, so ate. Now it's being modified by an adverb, and it shows how did Mary eat. She ate quickly, right? So eating modifies the verb. Quickly modifies the verb eating. Now, how did she eat? She ate quickly. But to what extent did she eat? Very quickly. Now, very shows the extent to to what extent did Mary eat. Now, we've looked at various parts of speech, and if you have any questions, I'd love you to just go back to the videos, go slowly, take down notes, write your questions, what you understand from each teaching down, and try understand it deeply. Do more research, and I'm going to be as specific as possible, very open, and also easy for you to understand. So let's move on. Prepositions. What is a preposition? Now, a preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and other words in a sentence. A preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and other words in a sentence. Examples. So we have a preposition that shows just where something is, or the relationship between a noun and a pronoun. For example, when you look at location, the cat is on the table. So on in this sentence shows the position or the location where the cat is. Where is the cat? It's on the table. So on shows the relationship between the cat and the table. So it comes in between the cat and the table. So on is our preposition of place here. So location. We have other examples of prepositions of place. We have in, we have onto, we have on. For example, here we have up, we have down, we have side, sideways, we have east, we have no east, for sorry about that, we have side, we have so all those are prepositions of place. The cup, we have under, we have between, we have in between, we have near. Okay, so all these are prepositions of locations or place. They show the relationship between a noun and a pronoun. For example, the cup is under the table. Where is the cup? Under the table. So under is a preposition of place, shows us where or what position or what is the location of the cup. The book was beside the shelf. The book was beside the shelf. Now beside shows what was the location of the book. The mango is on top of the tree. What is the location of the mango? It's on top of the tree. The banana fell below the tree or under the tree. So under is the preposition of place or location in this sentence. So these prepositions of location, they show where an object is, and they also show the relationship between the noun and the pronoun. We look at the preposition of direction. We walked through the forest. We walked through the forest. So through shows as to in what direction were you walking to. You're walking through the forest. The cup is behind. Okay, so when we talk about direction here, let me give examples. Sorry about that. Let me give examples. We are showing direction of an object or a human or a person or whatever. So, for example, she walked eastwards, or he walked eastwards. So to what direction are you walking to? You're walking eastwards. So eastwards is a preposition of place. You getting? So west, east, south, they can be used to show the relationship between a noun and a pronoun, and they also show the relationship between the two. So they show the direction as to which something is or how something is moving. The car drove forward, or the car drove backwards. Now, backwards and forwards, they are prepositions of directions. They show us where the car is moving to. It's either moving forward or backwards. Lastly, we have preposition of time, she arrived at 3 o'clock, or she arrived at 9. She arrived at 9 a.m. She arrived at 2 p.m. So these are prepositions of time. They show us what time something was done or what time something was executed. And like I said, prepositions show the relationship between a pronoun and a noun and other words in a sentence. So it's a bit easy to understand parts of speech and where each word belongs. So we'll move on to conjunctions. Conjunctions. So we move on to conjunctions. What is a conjunction? What is a conjunction? A conjunction is simply a word that connects words, phrases, or clauses. For example, without even looking at the sentences first, we have various conjunctions that connect words, they connect sentences, they connect phrases. For example, I woke up early today, but I still got late to school. So there are two sentences here. One, you woke up early, and two, you got to school late. You woke up early and got to school late. So a conjunction here, a conjunction is used to like connect these two words. So we have, I've used but here. I woke up early, but arrived to school late. We have other examples of conjunctions. And my mother is a teacher and a doctor. It shows there are two sentences. We can divide these two sentences perfectly into two different parts. My mother is a teacher, full stop. That is one sentence. My mother is a doctor, full stop. That is another sentence. So now when you want to bring these two sentences together, instead of saying my mother is a teacher, my mother is a doctor, we can bring these two sentences together and make one sentence, but the joining, so now here is the point. Conjunction are also called joining words. They join two sentences together. Now my mother is a teacher and a doctor. So these are two perfect sentences that have come together and they have been joined together by a conjunction. Now we have coordinative conjunctions, we have subordinative conjunctions, we have correlative conjunctions. Now all these conjunctions work together to bring two sentences together. And one funny thing or one fun fact about conjunctions, they separate two independent sentences. So conjunctions appear where there are two sentences. The sentences are both independent, but you want to separate them. So you can separate them or bring them together with just a conjunction. So for example, here the coordinative conjunctions. He likes both pizza and pasta. So he likes both pizza and pasta. So what does he like? He loves pizza and he loves pasta. So you can choose to divide the sentence. You can simply cut the sentence into two equal parts. She likes pizza and she likes pasta. But because we want to make it more easy and bring it together, we say she likes both pizza and pasta. Now, subordinative conjunction. I gave an example here. Because it rained, we stayed indoors. Now, the conjunction here, before I even point it out, I want you to give me the conjunction by yourself. So take a moment, look at the sentence, and tell me the conjunction here. So for those who have it right, because is the conjunction here. Because it rained, we stayed indoors. Now, you can as well say, it rained. It rained yesterday, or it rained. We stayed indoors. These are two perfect different sentences. They are two different sentences, but we can bring them together. Now we say, because it rained, we stayed indoors. We have correlative conjunctions. So these correlative conjunctions is where they go hand in hand. For example, either you come now or we leave without you. So either or. So here, either or. So either you come now or we leave you. So they work in twos. We have neither Moses nor Aaron went to school. Neither nor. So we have either or and neither nor. So I just gave a few sentences so that you can get the idea of what conjunctions are. So Moses didn't go to school and Jackson didn't go to school. Sorry if I use different names, but it's still the same thing. So Moses and Jackson. So Moses didn't go to school. Jackson also didn't go to school. So neither Moses nor Jackson went to school. So this so I will explain a little bit further about the neither and the nor and the either and the or. So neither nor is where all the options or all the two sentences are both negative. So neither this happened or neither this happened. So neither Aaron went to school, neither Aaron went to school nor Jackson. So neither, so in a sentence you'll say it like neither Jackson nor Moses went to school. So both of them didn't go to school. Okay. Neither the rice or the meat has been cooked. So this means that both the rice and the meat have not been cooked. So neither is where two sentences, both sentences are negative or nothing has taken place. But when you talk about either, so either gives you an option. So you either do this or this happens. You either come now or we leave without you. So you either come or, so it gives an option between the two. You either eat the beans or the stew. You either eat the rice or the meat. You either go to school or go for the dance lesson. So you have an option to choose between the two. So this is where we use the either or. Now this is, we have a lot of conjunctions. We have and. So and is also a conjunction. We have but. We have either or here. We have neither nor. There are a lot of conjunctions. We have, so in short, conjunctions they appear where there are two perfect sentences, but you want to bring them together. So you choose a specific word that will conjoin or bring these two sentences together. So that is where we get conjunctions from. I hope this is all clear to you. Now, lastly, we look at interjection, and then I think we'll have looked at all the parts of speech here. So interjections. An interjection is a word or a phrase used to express strong emotions or sudden exclamations, and is often punctuated with an exclamation mark. An interjection is a word or a phrase used to express strong emotions or sudden exclamations, and is often punctuated with an exclamation mark. So here, so they show they express emotions. So interjections are used to express emotions. So there's nothing much about interjections. We just have to know how that they are used to express emotions of either surprise. I jotted down some emotions here: surprise, joy, pain. So when you're surprised, you'll be like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming." You see, now one thing you have to notice is that they all end with a question mark at the end here. They all end with a question mark to show your surprise or your emotion. "Oh, I didn't see that coming." So we have a question mark there to show the surprise. "Hooray! We won the game." Hooray here. Hooray! We won the game. So hooray here shows your emotion of joy. Okay? Ouch! That hurt. Ouch! So you see, they are simply like sounds that people make to show their strong emotions or exclamations. And one thing you have to notice is that when you're using interjections in sentences, you must put exclamation marks here. Look at this exclamation mark here. This is also an exclamation mark, and this is also an exclamation mark. So you have to be keen when you're using interjections. So mostly interjections just show how someone is feeling, or what someone is expressing, or what you're feeling at the moment. So I hope this lesson has been a good lesson for all of you. I have looked at various parts of speech, and I have tried to talk about them, make you understand what each one of them mean, and I hope this is useful and it will help you as you continue studying. Now, we talked about verbs, we talked about nouns, we've talked about adjectives, we've talked about pronouns, we've talked about adjectives, we've talked about prepositions, we've talked about adverbs, we've talked about conjunctions, we've talked about interjections. So if you want to understand any of this, feel free, look at the videos again and again, take them slowly, write down notes, and understand what each means, and it will be perfect to go.